YB stays on your neck.
I know everybody's talking about the fight and all that, but we got the real news coming soon. We taking that rematch, champ, of course, but it's gonna be on my term and our term. We're gonna bring it back here in the United States. AJ low key scared. Oh yeah, why do you think he's over there trying to make the fight over there in Saudi Arabia? Like I said, I don't have no protection over there. The United States of America wants to. Never mind, I can't say nothing.
Yo, my dons, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and obviously hit the bell for notifications. So first things first, obviously, your boy the YB has been severely espionaged by Al Gaiman's forces. Al Gaiman's demonic forces have cursed the YB with some deep disease which has been dragging on for damn weeks now. I've never been this ill in my whole life. It might be a pure coincidence, but you know the YB don't believe in coincidence, he believes in conspiracy. All I know is the 26 years I've been on this earth, the YB's never been written off for 3 weeks before. Suddenly he starts exposing the deep Al Gaiman cabal and he can't damn speak for 3 weeks. Anywho, let's cut to this video. Now, I'm sure there'll be certain man there who'll be saying, YB, this is old. YB, this happened last week. Oh, YB, this is old. And if them, let me not waste you man's time. Any man who are worried about when this happened or all that business, and click off now, and you've only wasted a minute. Anyone who ain't bothered about when it happened, let's cut to it, because I feel this particular topic has been very underreported, especially when there was certain man who will be named in this video. Don't worry, there was a lot of certain man, even UK dons, who had a lot to say. They were printing hundreds of videos whilst this was going on, and then this event kind of resolved and no one had nothing to say. Let's get to it then. So, as you've seen by this title, Andy Ruiz succumbs to the legal might and the legal demands, not even demands, to the orders of Anthony Joshua and Team AJ. That is the bottom line here. And as I said a second ago, the reason I'm doing this is to really emphasise, this hasn't been reported on. It hasn't. People have said stuff like, oh, yeah, the fight's on now, and Ruiz has now confirmed the fight's on. Like kind of alluding to the fact that, oh yeah, well, Ruiz has now decided the fight's happened. No, what happened was, on the 23rd of August, as you can see on your screen now, Team AJ's litigatory might took Andres Ponce Ruiz to the gallows and told him, the trap door's gonna be opening, or you're fighting on December 7th in Saudi Arabia. And guess what? There was no Al Gaiman's magical lawyers. There was no Al Gaiman's magical. Oh yes, yeah, man. Al Gaiman, he knows the lawyers, man. Cock-a-doodle-doo, yeah, man. Al Gaiman got the New York lawyers on the payroll, yeah, man. Al Gaiman's a Harvard MBA. He knows business, man. Yes, Eddie Hearn and Team AJ, they can't come to the USA and call shots. Yeah, you watch. Eddie Hearn's gonna regret this legal action. All we do know is the facts are there now on the 23rd of August, and I made this quite. Let me give you some background. I made this quite clear myself. I don't know a lot about law, but the things I do know is that, contractually speaking, when someone's like, what's the point? When someone's fulfilling their contractual obligations, particularly in a boxing match or in any real sporting match, they'll always be on board with the promotions. They'll always be, because it makes sense. If you're part of a fight, if you're being paid for a fight, you want to promote it, because it's going to help you. Well, it won't help Andy Ruiz because he's getting paid a fixed fee. But in general, whether he wants to or not, when someone's on board with a contract, within every contract, a promoter puts in there, you must promote the show, obviously. Because if the two fighters ain't going to promote it, who is, in that sense? So for me, that this last 2 months, the fact Andy Ruiz has never been on board was a big thing for me. Now, the reason I say that is to say this. As I was mentioning, on the 23rd of August, I'd pointed out to many people in the previous 2 months, Andy Ruiz doesn't look like he's on board, and Andy Ruiz didn't put out promotional material. On the 23rd of August, the YB exclusively, proprietarily breaks the news that Hearn and Team AJ have lined Andy Ruiz up to the gallows. And at which point, within 24 hours, Andres Ponce Ruiz had put out promotional material, essentially put his hands in the air and said, yes boss, please boss, 3 bags full boss. That's the bottom line. And the reason, as I keep mentioning, many Andres de la Ponce Ruiz fans will be sitting there saying, YB, this is old news, YB, this is... But the reason I have to emphasise this is for 2 reasons. Number one, no one had really reported on this. No one said, yeah, this proves that Hearn and AJ made this Don fall into line. This proves 100% of the power was with Hearn. And the reason that's important is the second reason I'm doing this video. Because there's a lot of Dons, Hatman, and obviously all the LDBC. But the reason I say Hatman is because he's the one, he's allegedly neutral. But he was the one who was pumping out videos talking about, yeah, this video, yeah, Al Gaiman's the master of boxing. Eddie Hearn gonna learn his lesson. Al Gaiman knows something. That's what he was saying. And to be honest with you, up until the point this whole stuff was resolved, that's a fair opinion to have. If you want to speculate that Al Gaiman's this deep entity, that's your right to do that. However, when it turns out that Al Gaiman gets murked legally, this isn't just legal, it's business as well. Eddie Hearn owns Al Gaiman in business and legal. That's what this is proven. This has set the precedent. This is the proof now. Because for a long time, there's been a lot of speculation and a lot of opinions. People until this right here is like a ruling. It's the precedent's been set now. Yeah, the statute's been set. It's written into law now that Hearn owns Al Gaiman. When it comes to law, Al Gaiman can't step to Hearn or Team AJ when it comes to law or business. Now maybe Al Gaiman's a better painter than Hearn. He might, I'm sure that's what the LDBC will have to run to now. All we do know is, you man can't talk about business no more. You man can't talk about litigation no more. Because it's not even if we're sitting there saying, well, YB, this took place in the UK. Eddie Hearn bought the UK. Either way you want to cook this, it was in New York. New York's the main place, and never mind Washington. New York's the head, in terms of legally speaking, in terms of business. New York's where it's popping off. Yeah? If Al Gaiman's meant to be this big USA dominating Don, if he can't get it done in New York, he ain't getting done nowhere. And let's not get it twisted saying, oh, well, YB and Al Gaiman wasn't actually on the indictment. He wasn't actually sequestered by the grand jury. That's not the point. We know that Al Gaiman, to his credit to an extent, he's not stupid. The reason he wasn't the one that got called out on the case is because he passes all responsibility to his fighters. You'll notice on the actual thing, it's Matchroom suing Andres Ponce Ruiz and TGB Promotions. That's because Hearn, you don't see AJ on the indictment. That's because Eddie Hearn handles the business. Al Gaiman, on the other hand, he's weaselly enough. He put all the... Just look at it. Andy Ruiz and all Al Gaiman fans, all Al Gaiman fighters should look at that and think, wait a minute, something's wrong here. Al Gaiman's the one collecting all the money, but when it starts kicking off, when the losses start coming around, Al Gaiman's nowhere to be found. Why wasn't Al Gaiman's big city lawyers stepping up? I looked on the form, the case form, I looked into the lawyers. Hearn's team had about two or three big city dons on there. There weren't no big city dons on Ruiz's half. Where was Al Gaiman at? I'll tell you where he was. He knew what it was before it even happened. He knew when it comes to law or business, he don't want to be nowhere near Hearn. And if he did, you got to ask yourself, why weren't he stepping up? Why wasn't he fighting this? Why is it only took 24 hours? It's not as if you can say, well, YB, he fought it for a year and he got bored. He didn't even want any. He wanted zero of the smoke. He wanted zero of it, not even a bit. Al Gaiman wanted as much smoke with Hearn and AJ as much as Deontay Wilder wanted with AJ. Absolutely none. It must run in the family in terms of wanting smoke with anything to do with AJ. Not part of boxing, not part of business, not part of legal, nothing. Don't want no parts of it. Yeah? Let's get it straight. And my frustration is, where's Hatman's video talking about how this proves that Al Gaiman's useless? Or this proves that Al Gaiman's getting his shoelaces tied here. Let's get it straight. Al Gayman's literally, he can't even tie his own shoelaces when it comes to business. He didn't want no parts of it. He fell into line like a good. Never mind. I said to this someone the other day about this. Never mind telling Fred, you naughty, naughty boy. I'll be telling Eddie Hearn told Al Gayman, you good boy. You fell into line. Well done. That's the bottom line. You lot can sit here and argue the toss about, oh, well, man. But that's the other thing. Never mind Hatman. And this isn't just Hatman, but he's the one who's pumping videos out, 30-minute videos. Like sitting there, and it was almost like a sniggering. He was sitting there like on his high horse talking about how great Al Gayman is. But you notice, no one ever, people talk about Hearn fangirls and fanboys. No one ever wants to give Hearn any credit. And if you do give Hearn any credit, the funny thing is, you can call me fangirl, fanboy, or biased, but if I'm reporting the facts are, Ruiz was giving it the big one, we all heard him, giving it the big one about,
don't worry, it's gonna be on my terms. Got new news coming soon. Oh, I can't talk about that, but we got new news.
almost like alluding to the fact that he had some big thing in the pipeline. Even Hatman even used that. He actually referenced that, saying, "Oh yeah, Andy Ruiz said he's got some big things in the pipeline. I'm not sure." He was getting Hatman was rock hard over that. Proper lob on. He had a proper lob on over it, getting gassed over it. And then my issue is, why is there no reporting? Where was all this? Where was Andy Ruiz's?
We got new news.
Where was all the new news? Where was all the, it's going to be on your terms? Where was all the, it's going to be in New York? That's what I'm asking now. And someone's got to do it. No one wants to ask the question. Why is it not in New York? Because let's get it straight. The LDBC fanny nanny was sitting there, literally, this is how delusional they are. These dons, these LDBC dons, were literally laughing at the fact that Eddie Hearn had taken it to court. They were sitting, they honestly believed that Al Gayman was gonna actually, well, they actually bought into the hype of Al Gayman that much. And I think it's quite sad actually. The fact they haven't actually talked about Hearn and AJ completely mugging off the other side of the street actually goes to show how much it hurts them, because someone who wasn't invested, someone who didn't really actually care, would just report it. This actually cut them deep. I heard from people within, the LDBC, if you ever listen to the videos, you'll know that there are certain dons within the LDBC who are actually working for the YB. They are informants, and I've got dons in their group chats. They was feeling it. They was questioning themselves, saying, "Yo, yeah, man, what do y'all think about this news with Al Gayman? Why didn't Al Gayman show up? Yeah, man, I was putting videos out talking about all the things Al Gayman was gonna do to Eddie Hearn. Where was Al Gayman? Why did Andres Ponce Ruiz fold within 24 hours? I thought Al Gayman was gonna step up with his big New York City jurisdictional motherfuckers and come and do some smoke." There's the quote. You've heard it there. That's the voice recording. You know, on WhatsApp you can send voice messages. That you've heard it there. That was the voice message sent from that. There was Fanon. Sorry, that there was 78 and Cali. Bottom line, Eddie Hearn lie. Eddie Hearn lie. He never sent an offer. You heard Cali again there, recording. Simple. And actually, let me say this, because I I want to talk about the other thing, which goes to show how legally naive Andres Ponce Ruiz is in this situation. Because for my loyal dons out there who follow the channel, you'll know I actually made a point of calling out Andres Ponce Ruiz. Not calling out, but telling everyone that. Remember, before this court case happened, a few days before that, Andy Ruiz put a post out saying,
we're on board. We're gonna come to an agreement.
All this business. And I actually called it out saying, don't get gassed. This isn't Andy Ruiz saying he's actually on board. This is Andy Ruiz trying to run back his basically legally messed up this day and age. Tweets, and you've heard of loads of people getting arrested for not arrested for tweets, but people who have been involved in crimes who are tweeting and Instagramming about it. That there's evidence there. And the reason I say that is to say this. On your screen now, you'll see all the exhibits that were posted by Hearn's legal team. And you'll see here there's tweet chains, there's TMZ articles, there's TMZ videos, etc., etc. So my point is, this here goes to prove what YB was saying. I know you can sit there and say, "Oh well, what?" I'm not trying to blow my ego up. I'm just saying this just goes to show the level of dons you're dealing with. You don't see AJ putting anything out there which is what's the word? Which is not criminally, but which is, what's the word? It's a special word for it. When you Not yeah, you kind of damning yourself. You're talking your business. You're weaseling on yourself. You're ratting on yourself. And when Andy Ruiz was coming out and saying, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. That all there just there proves their case, and you see it written down here. All the evidence of Andy Ruiz refusing. All the evidence of Andy Ruiz not falling in line to what he agreed to, and that there all the evidence is there. Game, set, and match. He snitched on himself. And that just goes to prove that all these... Where is Andy Ruiz's legal team at? I'll tell you where they was. They was nowhere. This Al Gaiman outfit, that whole company is a big shambles. That's the bottom line. When you look at Hearn's business machine, it runs smoothly. Yeah, there is no leakages anywhere. It runs like a true oiled machine. And in boxing, we've never actually seen it. All we've seen is a whole load of sloppy individuals. This right here is the first time we've got a true corporation in boxing. Now, you can argue whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but from what I observe, it's a good thing, because the fighters are getting paid. And a perfect example of this for me is, look at the Gervonta Davis versus Tevin Farmer situation. Yeah? DAZN offer $5 million, and what's its name? They offer like $2 million. Offer Tevin $2 million, and there's no big uproar about it. What's that about? And this is the big Al Gaiman, big Floyd Mayweather. What's going on there? Anyway, this video's gone on a lot longer than I wanted to do, but I also want to cover this point quickly. This whole business of the $10 million, because it's what really frustrates me. Never mind people haven't given Hearn and Team AJ their credit, in as much as it's proven fact now. Andy Ruiz succumbed to the bottom line demands, to the orders of Anthony Joshua. That's the facts of it. And even in that case, look at Hatman's, and I'm calling Hatman out because that's the bottom line. He's the biggest don in the UK. The YB's coming for him. The YB's already slayed him, done weeks ago. But the facts are, look at how Hatman reported this news. He reported the news on the basis that, Andy Ruiz agrees and gets paid $2 million more. Oh, Andy Ruiz finally agrees to being paid more. Trying to make out that, it was nothing to do with the legal... In fact, I'm not even sure Hatman did a video on the legal case. He didn't say a peep about it. All he reported on was when the fight was allegedly done. Andy Ruiz finally agrees to the fight after his demands were met, after being paid $3 million more. What are you talking about? How does that... If you take someone to court, the facts are... Let me school Hatman, yeah? The facts are, Team AJ took Ruiz to court. If you take someone to court, and you've seen the evidence posted, if you take someone to court, yeah, why would you suddenly give them more money? Someone explain it to me. Yeah, pay more money, because you don't really want much hassle, you just want to get it done. Yeah, pay more money. But if we've already seen the proof there, Team AJ were prepared to go to court if Ruiz was not fulfilling his contractual obligations. Yeah? Now, Ruiz demanding to go to New York, Ruiz demanding, it's going to be on that term, Ruiz demanding more money, all of them things are not Ruiz agreeing to what he's already signed off on. So we know that the proof is Team AJ will take you to court if you do not fulfill your contractual obligations. So how does it make sense that, Team AJ were prepared to take him to court over not wanting to fight in Saudi Arabia, but they weren't prepared to take him to court over wanting more money? Now, I'm sorry. He either got paid more money because they really wanted to. People only pay more money. People only give more if they're trying to avoid going to court. You know what? Let's just shut him up. The court proceedings were already in line. So that proves it there. So don't tell me, Hatman. Hearn started a legal case against Ruiz, and then within 24 hours agreed to fall into Andy Ruiz's demands anyway and cancel the court case. What a stupid way of thinking. That's proper stupid. If he was prepared to fall to Andy Ruiz's demands, they would have fell to them 4 weeks ago, and there wouldn't have been a smidgen off court, you muppet.